Welcome back. This is the morning show here on Signature TV. We have with us Higher King, and he is one legal practitioner who would speak to us extensively about the detention of Nigerians longer than usual. The law actually stipulates a particular point in time that it is allowed for anyone to be detained. The IG of police actually released a statement warning all police officers and their commissioners across board about this development. Higher King, thank you for joining us. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning. It's a pleasure joining you. Thank you very much for having me this morning. Thank you so much.
All right. How did you receive these new updates from the Inspector General of Police? Is it a welcome development for you? Do you think that he needed to put that out, given what has happened in the last few years, where someone will be arrested and they stay beyond the 24 hours mark before they are even taken to court?
Well, this is what all the IGs this is, I don't know whether you're hearing me. This is exactly what all former IGs have been saying. It's not the first time. I don't know whether you're hearing me. It's not the first time we are hearing something like this, where the IG will read the Riot Act. We have heard it before, over and over. We have heard it. This is not the first time we are hearing such a thing.
All right. I mean, again, there are people who think that.
I'm hearing.
Okay, you were going to say something.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to say that this is not the first time that the IG is, former IGs have said things like that. But the question is, the reality is, have they changed? Have they amended? Have they born again? Are the police now, have they been born again? Have they changed from their usual brutality? But I can tell you that they have reduced, unlike what we used to have immediately after when we had the SARS. Before the SARS, SARS must go. Protest. It was worse. I can tell you that as a practitioner, it's less now. They have actually reduced, but they are still there. Brutality, police brutality is still there, but it's reduced. Very well, it has reduced. That's all I can say. I can tell you that it has reduced, but it has not been eradicated. It's still there. It is still a work in progress. We'll continue to talk about it. We'll continue to emphasize about it. I think that's what is the IG is trying to do, to reawaken the consciousness, to reawaken let the police from time to time. That's why the police have a briefing. Every Monday they go for briefing, and that briefing is to tell them about their police duties and all that and all that. I think the good one for the IG to have remembered to do that. But the thing is that will they change? But I can tell you that before it used to be like police brutality used to be like 80%, but now it's about 45, 50, maybe 55 police brutality. They are still brutalizing people. They are still doing the same thing, but they are very cautious now because we have cameras, we have people, we have people recording and broadcasting what they are doing. So they are very, very careful now. They don't do it with impunity. They don't do it without regard, to anybody. But before, they will just do it openly. I have witnessed in the past where a policeman just brought out a young man in the public, and just shot him, kill him there, and just enter their vehicle and left. Policeman, the SARS people, I witnessed it. They just came down, brought the guy, everybody in the broad daylight, just shot him, kill him, there, and left. Nothing happened. So, but for now, they won't try such a thing because they are very sure. I can assure you that a video will come out and they are going to be taken out. But there is still police brutality.
All right. Some persons welcome this development, given the modus operandi of the police. Normally, when you are arrested, you shouldn't be held beyond 24 hours. You should be taken to the courts. But that has not happen for a very long time. Do you think it's important that the IG clarifies these issues so it doesn't repeat itself, warning all men of the force about this development?
No. You see, actually, that is about, it's contained in section 34 of 34, 35 of 1999 Constitution as modified. That section says that if somebody is arrested, he must be taken to court within 24 hours or 48 hours where there is no court within 40-kilometer radius. I don't know how to describe it. Like Port Harcourt to Bori, it's not up to 40 kilometers. Let's say Port Harcourt to Ahoda. And I can't describe Lagos because I'm not familiar with the. Okay, let's use Abuja. From a federal capital territory to the airport, it's about 60 kilometers. So if you arrest somebody inside Abuja and there is no court within Abuja metropolis, the only court you have is at the airport, Abuja Airport, Abuja Abuja International, Nigerian International Airport at Abuja. That means you must make efforts to arraign that person in court within 48 hours. So they believe that within 48 hours, you would have been able to get a transport, get logistics, whatever you need, to be able to take that person to the nearest court, which is 40 kilometers away. So you must take that person to court within 40, if the court is within, the court is as far as 40 kilometers. That means the person must be in court within 48 hours. Otherwise, you must take the person to court within 24 hours. Now, what is the police doing? There is this new criminal procedure that we are following now, the Administration of Criminal Procedure Act or law in the state. Now, that law says that. Now, in the old criminal code, the law abolishes withholding charge, where you hear that somebody is awaiting trial for 1 year, 2 years, 10 years. It used to happen before. They will just catch you, give you a charge that the police, that the magistrate is not able to handle. And remember, ordinary police officer cannot go to high court to file a charge. The charge has to be filed by the Attorney General of the state or the federation. So that very law, that time, they will just catch somebody and they will arraign you before the magistrate court, give you murder charge, give you court season, which is now a capital offense, so to say. And the magistrate will say, oh, I don't have jurisdiction. They will frighten the magistrate with the charge. They will attack the magistrate with the charge. They will intimidate the magistrate with the charge. Although Supreme Court have also said that a magistrate should not be intimidated by the charge, that he can go beyond asking questions. Because if somebody has somebody fault, you now brought the person to court and you are giving him attempted murder or you are giving him courtism. When the ingredients of the offense does not contain anything about courtism at all, so that the magistrate becomes afraid and now remind the person in prison custody and they transfer the file to the DPP for legal advice. You can be there for the next 10 years. I can bet you. So that was what was happening in the past. So now, in this new Administration of Criminal Justice Act and law, the law now abolishes it. But now provides for what we call law. You can now take a suspect, the police can now take a suspect to court and ask for time. Sorry. And ask for time to enable them to conclude investigation. They can do that. But now the police people are now taking us back again to the old place where we are, to the land of Egypt where we came out from. But what are they doing now? They will take you to that place and put you in prison just to make sure you get to prison yet. Because the law says you cannot be kept for 24 hours or 48 hours maximum. So they now revert to that. You hear them say, oh, we are going to obtain order from the magistrate to keep him in our custody so that we can continue investigation. I think they did it in the case of Dino Melai. When Dino Melai case came up, they said, oh, we went to court. They did it also recently. Police have been doing that now. So they are taking us back to holding charge, which the law abolishes. But unfortunately, this Administration of Criminal Law or Act, Administration of Criminal Justice Law or Act, now provides time limits You cannot keep that person for the first time. If you go and obtain that order to keep the person, for you to conclude the investigation, under the pretense that, oh, we are still investigating, we have not been able to conclude the investigation. If we release him on bail, the person will run away. So now the law says 10 days. You have to keep that person 10 days in your facility, another 8 days in your facility. And if you are not able to get a charge, to sustain a charge against the person, you release the person unconditionally. That's what the law says. So we have been using the section 300 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act or law in the state. That is what we do now. When we watch, you have kept that person for 10 days, you keep another 8 days, and we go to court and say, my Lord, this is what the law says. Release the person. Is there in section 300, 301, 302, 303, 304 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act? So you provide for the procedure. So it's no longer business as usual, where you just catch somebody, just throw him in jail, 5 years, 10 years, the person will be there. That is where you have that slogan of awaiting trial, awaiting trial, awaiting trial. So the person is there awaiting trial. That person, even if you spend 10 years in jail, you are not a criminal. If you are released at that point, you are still not a criminal. You can contest for governor, you can contest for president, you can become anything because you are awaiting trial. The DPP has not prepared for the Attorney General. The DPP through the Attorney General through the DPP have not prepared any charge against you. They are just keeping you there, doing investigation probably. But this new law now is better than what we used to have. It says 10 days. Now after 10 days, 8 days, I think 8 days, all put together is not up to a month. The person must not stay in the custody up to a month, but the person must leave your facility within 24 hours or 48 hours. So they now just rush to court to get order. The magistrate, they will just go, my Lord, your worship, please, this case, we have not finished investigation. We cannot charge him to come within 24 hours. We cannot charge him to come within 48 hours. We are begging you, give us order. Please, spend time for us. Okay, they will now adjourn. And they will ask the person either to go and remain in the custodian of the prison facility, or they will remain in that police custody or the agency that is handling that matter. So the person will remain there for that first 10 days. So if you are not able to sustain a charge, another 8 days, we now serve the Attorney General or the Commissioner of Police. You now, if you are a good lawyer, a lawyer will now serve them a hearing notice. Come and bring a charge. And if you cannot, until you bring a charge, let my client be released on bail. The client will not be released. So that is the way now, which is a little better than what we used to have, because police and security agents, they are now trying to go through the back door to bring back the in charge law that we have said is inhuman. It's inhuman. You are investigating a matter for 10 years, 5 years. People spend 10 years without going to court. That first day, they will just arrange you in court, give you murder charge, and just throw you there. The file will not, no DPP report, no DPP advice, nothing will come out. And you will remain there for the next 10 years. Every day that the governor, in fact, some people will even remain in custody more than the number of years that they are supposed to have served if they were convicted. Imagine a crime that you are to serve 5 years and you stay in custody for 10 years. Who pays you for that extra 5 years? We are still trying, we in the human rights community, to see how we can get government to pay for that extra time. Because you have not, and they are saying, we didn't convict you. And we are saying, you kept me perpetually. You intentionally kept me because you know I don't have any case to answer. You just want me to be in prison. And that's what we are saying. I should be paid for that. Compensation should be paid. That is what we are saying. So that now the police now, because of that now, you see them, they will now quickly rush a matter to court without proper investigation, which is another disadvantage. So when they now get to court, good lawyers will now capitalize on those improper investigation and get the person released.
Barrister Higher King, I mean, this is a topic that we know cannot be fit into 15 minutes of discourse. We hope that we could actually have these discussions once again sometime this week, so we can practically deal with the issues as they come. I want to say a very big thank you to you, Barrister Higher King. human rights
Thank you so much.
activist and a legal practitioner
Advocate.
all the way from Rivers State.
Human
Many
rights
thanks for your time. I
advocate.
truly
I prefer
appreciate you.
human rights advocate. Legal practitioner and human rights advocate.
Okay, fair enough.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Barrister Higher King.
Thank you so much.
Signature TV. News in your pocket.